So hello students, welcome to OTS. Right, since many of the NDA guys who have registered, who have qualified NDA and have registered for their SSBs on the Indian Army portal, it's time to start practicing. Right, you should one thing you should be assured enough by this time is that there is no sure shot formula for SSBs. Nobody knows who is going to be into the list, and you cannot perfectly define all those OLQs mentioned, right? Nobody, no SSB mentor, no coaching, you can say, no big SSB mentors actually can say that yes, these are the XYZ steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, and you will be into the list. You can ask any of them, right? Otherwise they could have assured at least 10 out of 20 students from their coaching in the SSB. So it doesn't happen, right? So what you can do, rather than looking for the coaching, right, straightforward looking for the coaching for SSB, I in fact will suggest you that you start practicing what, there are enough resources which can update you that what are the the patterns of SSB, like the first day the OIR test, PPDTs, and later on you have WAT, SRTs, GTOs. So you should update yourself with your speed. When you talk about the day one, you need exactly the speed, right? So one thing is sure that if you talk about the someone says you the right positive story, motivating stories, so there is no exact definition for this positive story, right? No story is perfect, no story is bad, right? So please increase your speed, step one, and that can be done only by practicing. You are a positive person, you are a good person, you have all those things, but you cannot write down n number of stories, you cannot write down a number of solve down a number of OIA test within the stipulated time, because time bound thing is there. So make sure you have enough speed, make sure you practice enough, and you get your stories discussed as well. That will actually help you out in the screening, as far as I can say, based on our previous student experience, as well as not only in NDA but for other entries as well, right? And the second thing, going through the vocabs, reading habit actually helps. Whatever you read in the last 1 month, let's suppose you make it a habit of reading newspapers or any articles, blogs, that will be in your mind. So you should be sure that you are starting your reading habit. When the word comes on the screen in the actual SSB, whatever you have done in the last 1 month will be prompting in your mind. It's more like a teleprompter, so that can be a positive for you. Third thing, regarding the interviews, right? So interviews are more or less based on profile. Of course, some technical knowledge may be asked. Technical in the sense you are you appearing for NDA or TES, let's suppose, right? They expect that he is a +2 science pass out student, so he should be, and you have qualified UPSC, right? So he should be at least aware of basic things, right? Common things like aerodynamics principle, difference between the principle of aeroplane and helicopter. So we do conduct this SSB's mocks, and we'll be coming up this time with the interviews as well as this SSB practice session for 1 month for the NDA guys. We'll be making an announcement very soon, since we are blocked up with the other batches. So after 25th of Jan, we'll be upcoming with this NDA SSB guidance program, right? For those who have qualified NDA written, with all those quality contents, approximately 10 OIR test as well as picture perception test, whose copy will be evaluated, right? Evaluation and discussion are very important. If you join any coaching, let's suppose you join any coaching, how it all helps, it hardly of 12 to 14 days, right? Any coaching, right? Who talks about this short SSB courses, right? In fact, in school projects we have 1.5 years more or less. So we work on the practice, we try to develop. You cannot change your qualities or personalities, psychology in 10 to 12 days. You agree with this point, right? So in order to ensure that you have inculcated those points, you have developed those qualities, time, duration and practice is required. So always believe in practice rather jumping into the race of joining the SSB coaching. Coaching is just a part of that. It can only tell you in 10 days that yes, these are the steps involved on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and you have to be positive, you have to be confident, XYZ, which is more or less monotonous thing which we listen every day. It's time to be different. It's time to make sure that you are enough prepared with efficient steps, as well as the in terms of speed as well, so that there should not be any chances that you regret that you are not going to make into the list, right? So that's all what I wanted to say. Those candidates who are worried how to qualify SSB, there is no formula. Written, we have the formula. Written, you can have the formula. All lies in your hand. But SSBs, you can just perform your best, and that can be done by practicing. Right now I am in the SSB ground, but yes, due to this Punjab government notification, the offline classes are off. We have to obey all those lines, all those guidance lines by the COVID protocol, you can say that, right? So we'll be coming up with this guidance session. Stay tuned. Thank you. Good luck.